All right, we are here with head coach Austin Dobbs. Coach Dobbs, great win, 42-0 over Mountain View on Friday night. Got to be pleased with the way your team played.
Yes, I felt that was probably our most complete game we played all year. Really from the first kickoff, I felt like we traveled well, we brought the intensity, and we did our job. So very proud of our kids, and Mountain View had some pieces there. They're not a bad football team.
Right.
We played well. So.
Well, and we were talking about this, in the booth also. Eliminate the penalties, eliminate the turnovers.
Yeah.
And you just really took care of business and dominated from like I said, over the kickoff to the end of the game.
Yep.
There's never a doubt.
Yep. And I think that's the biggest thing, is taking care of the football, and then, like you said, the penalties from a week ago, cost us. And so not turning the ball over, having 0 turnovers, made me feel a lot better about things.
Right.
So that was a big positive. And another thing is we got a chance to get a lot of different kids in there.
Absolutely.
And they all, I was proud of how they came in there and fought and did things like we expected them to. So that was good to see from our guys for sure.
Right. And, opening the game with a kickoff return, couldn't start the game any better.
Mm-hmm.
And then, first possession on offense, you go down, score, and it's 14-0 with about 4 minutes passed.
Yeah.
And so, again, just great start, dominated from start to finish.
Yep.
Got a little different opponent next week. This week, actually, you got the Salem Greyhounds rolling in, our homecoming. So talk a little bit about Salem and what to expect from them.
They're a physical team. They're going to play a physical brand of football, and it reflects the offense they run. It reflects that.
Mm-hmm.
They like to run the football. They've had pieces there for a while now. Some talented kids, some big kids. And it's a challenge. They went out and scheduled a really, really tough non-conference because they felt like they could play with anybody.
Right.
And they're one of the top 10 teams in the state for a reason in 3A. But also, we like to think we're a pretty good football team too. So we got to match their physicality from the very first snap, just like we did last Friday, and let the cards fall where they lay.
Right. And what are they coming in 3-2, 4-2?
3-2.
3-2. 2 of their losses. One of their losses to always top-ranked Prescott. Another loss to Newport. So very tough non-conference that they played. And most of the time when you schedule really tough opponents in non-conference, do you think you're going to be pretty good?
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. And they are. I mean, they're a really, really talented football team. And our kids know that. Mm-hmm. They also know, homecoming's a big week around here. They know the challenge they have, and they've prepared all week so far to meet that challenge. So,
right, and we talked about too this being a young football team. Mm-hmm. What would it mean to this team to kind of take that next step and mature a little bit more, and to get a win over a team that was picked in the top 10, picked to win the conference, preseason picked to win the conference?
Yeah.
What would that mean for this football team?
I think it's a statement win. I think for our program. More than anything, I think it would just, as far as the next step, it shows that, hey, we can.
Right.
It's just another step that, hey, we can do this. And, I think as long as we believe, I think we're in a good spot. But it certainly means a lot for a young football team to play a talented football team in their place and to compete and go beat those guys. So we expect that.
Right. And you can use this as a measuring stick, I guess, to see exactly where this team is. And had a big win over Perryville, who was picked to win their conference at the beginning of the year, but that was a long time ago.
Yes, week 0, a lot changes, and teams. Good football teams get better every week as the season goes on. You're at your best week 10, and heading into the playoffs. Of course, we got a long ways to go for the playoffs, but this will definitely tell us where we're at. And like you said, be a measuring stick of what we need to fix. But we're hoping that we play well Friday. That's the plan.
Right. And defensively, been playing really well the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
No offense to the last 2 opponents, but not the top opponents in the conference.
Yep.
But really all year long, I thought the defense has played really well. That's been big. Again, defensive line. Playing very well right now. They'll get after you.
Yes.
So what do they have to do this week? What do we have to do up front defensively to stop them?
Know your assignment. First of all, identify the formation. Know your assignment. Know where you're supposed to be, and then go be physical. I think their offensive line's a lot like our offensive line. They like to play physical,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so I think if we're able to line up correctly, come off the ball, handle the line of scrimmage, force them to pass, we're in a good spot. But we gotta force them into 3rd and longs, you know, not let them get to 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, because that's what they want to be in.
Right.
So if we do that early,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it puts us in a position to win the football game.
And offensively, we're seeing some guys step up. Lucas Sims had a couple big catches.
Yes.
You know, our offensive line, I feel like they're getting better every week. Of course, the Martin brothers, Mason and they're both of them are playing well. They're going to be solid.
Yep.
But it's been nice to see some of those other receivers step up. Davin Bowden had a big catch for a touchdown.
Yes.
So again, we're starting to see. I feel like they're starting to mature a little bit as an offensive unit as well. What do we have to do offensively to move the football against Salem?
You hear it every week. I'm all set. I mean, it really does. It starts up front.
It does.
You know, they run a different defense than what you'll typically see. It's a 3-5-3. They're going to give you a lot of a 3-3 stack. They load the box. Yeah, it's, you know, you don't like to see it on tape, but they also play a lot of man coverage. So there's things there. You know, it's just how physical can we be up front. But you're exactly right. Lucas Sims, some of those guys, they've stepped up, and it seems like every week, you know, he's filling in somewhere and making plays. And so that's awesome to have. You know, he plays so much on defense. For him to come in and step in on offense when we need him, he's been there.
Yeah.
And so that shows you know, that's a senior doing what seniors do. You know, they do what they need to do. You know? And I think the whole team feeds off that kind of mentality there. But as far as offensively, you got to own the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to take care. You know, they're going to send pressure.
Right.
Can we pick up the blitzes? Can we be in the right protection?
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like that. If we are, you know, we put ourselves in a position to win the ball game.
Yeah, and you mentioned seeing a lot of man-to-man coverage. If you can protect, a lot of times you have opportunities for big plays.
That's it.
And there's opportunity for our receivers to step up. And, you know, you got to love, if you're a receiver, I want to see man-to-man coverage.
Yep.
Because it's me against him.
Yep. No, and you know, in football, you know this. You know, it's one-on-one matchups within the game.
That's right.
So, you know, if we tell our kids all the time, win your matchup. You know, win what you do your job every play, win your play, and you know everything works out.
Right. Well, Coach, you got homecoming this week. Good luck to you.
Yes,
should be a big crowd. Hopefully, a big crowd there. So we hope to see everyone Friday night and cheering on the Red Devils to hopefully go 3-0 in the conference.
No, these kids deserve it, and they deserve a crowd. You know, and our fans have done a great job. It was awesome to see them at Mountain View last Friday. So we're excited.
Congratulations, Coach, and good luck to you this week.